alongside by men's head soccer coach Frank Olszweski after they tie 2-2 to the Delaware Blue Hens. Now, Coach, you were without your leading scorer, Kay Banjo, today, who was out because of an injury. But despite that, you have to be happy with the result of the game.
Well, sure. I mean, it's always difficult when a player like Kay is not able to play. The players who came in and had to pick up the slack, guys like Anthony Alcadua and Cam Kidwell, they did pretty well for us today.
Now, what did you say to your team at halftime? You guys went in the half tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing against a team that needs the points because they're right at the top of the table, and it was a matter of when we go out, we've got to manage the first 10, 15 minutes of the game. We've got to have some energy, and we did, and then we dropped a little bit, and then we had to get some guys in to inject a little more life into us. But it's important that you manage those first 15 minutes in the second half.
Now, John Steele and the defense did a great job today of holding Delaware to just 2 goals. Talk a little bit about their play.
Yeah, I thought they were really warriors today more than anything, and then once they realized that they had to get up and play tight like you do against everybody else, and this is one of the teams that are the higher scoring teams in the conference and really in the country. So we would have liked to have gotten the win, but the result was what it was, and we fought to the end.
Now, your next game is against VCO. It's the last road game of the season. How are you guys getting geared up for that?
Yeah, I mean, right now we'll have to get in the ice bath and see who's available tomorrow, and we know that they're going to have they're going to be ready to go because they are in need of points as well for the playoffs, and we just got to go out, keep improving, and which is what we said all year, and take it from there.
Thanks, Coach. And now I'm going to throw things over to Dan Rodgers, who's standing by with Quinn Meehan. Dan.
Thanks, Zach. I'm standing alongside sophomore midfielder Quinn Meehan. Quinn, you scored your first goal of the season today in the second half to give the team a 2-1 lead. Can you take us through that moment?
Well, Rico had the ball. I was calling for it. I think the defender got a poke on it and came right to me. I finished it in the back post.
At one point, the coach was yelling at you to keep your composure. It seemed like it was getting a little physical out there. What exactly was going on between you and the Delaware defense?
I mean, it's CAA. It's always going to be a physical games, every single game. I think at that time I was yelling at the ref, which he was trying to tell me to keep my composure, actually. But I mean, it's just CAA. CAA is always physical games.
What was the atmosphere like at practice this past week after you guys earned your first conference victory? And do you expect more of the same now that you just tied Delaware 2-2?
Well, obviously we feel better after a win. We've had a lot of losses in a row. It was pretty frustrating. So obviously it's going to be a better atmosphere. I think we have more focus a little bit. So we're hoping to finish these last two games out, ruin some people's seasons.